So I'm sitting in the airport, I'm sitting with my Spanish ham, beer, getting in holiday mode. Where did we go from last night? What can you say about last night? It was an absolute nightmare. How long did we give the manager? Do you give the manager till the end of the season? It's a massive game on Sunday now, and if heaven forbid that he was to lose this, there is no way that the manager can lose this game. It's St Mirren, they've had a week to prepare. They will see the way that we've played. The manager has to go to a back four. For this game. And he needs to get the players believing in the system. He's changed it too much. I mean, I tried to give him time, but 2 games we were absolutely just bullied. It was good to see Paulo Bernardo, some of the positives from last night. And I've got to say, Rio Hatate was absolutely phenomenal in the first half, in the defensive midfield role. Did that take away from his game? I thought he was the best player of the first half. Callum McGregor, question marks about him at this level again. Didn't get into the game at all, which is a worry. And then there is the Liam Scales question. Liam Scales had an absolute nightmare of a game last night, and there's no getting away from it. He just, it was a brilliant header. If it was another box going forward, brilliant header. Why he didn't stick a foot out? Did he get the call from Schmeichel? There's questions that need to be asked. Did he get the call from Schmeichel that Schmeichel was going to grab it, and Schmeichel never seen the striker coming in? Calamity at the back, and then the same for the third goal. It was just unbelievable. You've got to say Celtic had their chances. Arne Engels should have put the penalty away, hits the post, summed up Celtic's night. Do I blame fans for leaving? Not at all. Celtic board was sitting, and Dermot Desmond was sitting there also. It'd be interesting to have their thoughts. Not that we're going to get them. Celtic fans will not get their thoughts one iota. So where does the club go from here? We need to back the manager, obviously, until we get to the next transfer window. Once we get to that transfer window, the board need to back him. People were saying on the live last night that would you back a manager that is maybe going to get sacked? Of course we have to back him. And if the board do not back the manager, it says more about the fact that what a shambles of a position that the club is in. Where do we go forward from that? Obviously the massive campaign to remove the board. Are we prepared to have a bad season to then click resignations of board members? Or even Dermot Desmond saying, look, he's completely and royally fucked this one up. Pardon the French at this time of the morning. It's a sad state of affairs to see the success that we've had over the years, but playing Yang in the position that he played Yang from the start. Young Colby Donovan, he's a bright spark coming through in the future. He needs to start every game. We need to go out of back four. Colby Donovan needs to start. He's the best player in that position that we've got. When you look at the makeshift defence, Kieran Tierney taking off at half time. Is that justified? Kieran didn't get into the game a lot in the position he was playing in a back three. You're not expecting Kieran Tierney to do the runs that he's known for. It does come down to the manager, and it's getting very, very hard after 2 games to take any positives. You've got to say the second half, the manager made the changes. The second half, we were a completely different team. Some people will say that Roma sat back. They've got a lead that they wanted to obviously keep, and it was all on Celtic to break them down. Do we have the players? I think we do have the players. Do we have the manager? I don't like to question the manager after 2 games, but it will happen with the Celtic fans. And if the Celtic fans do vote with their feet, if the unthinkable happens on Sunday, and I think this could possibly be the quickest reign of any Celtic manager ever. I mean, we're in where we are right now. It's Tony Mowbray territory. It's that bad, and I thought that we'd kind of got past that, and that the board members had kind of brought people in. People will say that you look where he finished it in the league in America. Was that a good indication of how good of a manager he was? He says, before the game yesterday, he says, look, I got my team to the American version of the Champions League. I know how to win cup games. Last night, you didn't have a clue. And people are saying that he's out his depth. Can you call a manager and being out his depth in such a short period of time? That's the big one. As Celtic fans, we need to regroup. We need to get ready for the game on Sunday. It's going to be massive. I don't think that we've ever went into... I mean, there's one way to look at it. Martin O'Neill maybe steadied the ship, but the sloppiness from players last night, you can't justify sloppiness from players. You know, the players made the mistakes. You can talk about formations all you want, but it was one player in particular that cost the 3 goals. Other than that, the manager has to take responsibility. He has to change things. He has to go to a back 4. Kelechi Iheanacho, bright spark, he was unlucky. He was miles offside, to be fair. He was offside all day long, wasn't he? But is there any positives that we can take from it other than the manager changed it and it was a better second half? The manager will blame the players will blame the manager. For me, Mark Fotheringham leaving Celtic has been the biggest travesty over the last couple of weeks. Bring back Sean Maloney, even if it takes getting Sean Maloney back into first team action. I believe that he is still at Celtic in the backroom. Obviously went back to his role as pathway manager. Tell me your thoughts in the comments. Tell me your thoughts about the team going forward this weekend. And do you believe that the manager can turn this around? That's the big question that we have this morning. Can this manager turn the group of players? Well, we're playing some... I mean, we weren't playing fantastic football, but we became hard to beat under Martin O'Neill. And that's one of the biggest takeaways. That all the good that Martin O'Neill did, we handed it to him on a plate. Martin O'Neill did, and Sean Maloney. I mean, it'll be Sean Maloney that was the biggest tactician of what happened over the last couple of weeks before Wilfred Nancy came into the club. Do you think Wilfred Nancy will accept that he needs to change his system, or do you think that he's going to go pig-headed, a bit like Brendan Rodgers, a bit like Ange Postecoglou, and say, no, it's my way or the highway? And if he does go down that road, I think that people will start taking bets on the fact that he will not be the manager come Christmas. And I don't like to say that about a Celtic manager. Just a quick video this morning. I'm going to get stuck into my ham-on baguette and drink my pint, as you do at the airport. On that note, have a fantastic day, Celtic fans, wherever you are, all around the world.